It's just unfortunate, but there's somebody going around sharing information about the Thais. There's certain ways of doing things, and that, hey, you can copy these and mimic it, and won't that be great? Oh yeah, they'll love that. The danger of having like a little bit of information, or it's more like not having the whole story, I think. Maybe in this case, although I don't know the guy, never met him, no idea who he is. I could find out, and I'm not interested. But somebody on my channel brought up a comment that was, as often happens, it was really interesting. Here, you can see my garden. And there's another channel in Thailand, and the guys, and I'm going to deliberately not tell you what he's saying because you don't want to know it. It will not help you to know his information. In fact, it can hurt you. There's reasons I don't share certain things on my channel. There's some very obvious things to me. I've lived here 4.5 years. I speak reasonably well. I read and write Thai as well. Most of my friends, the overwhelming majority of my socializing is Thai. Okay, and it's just unfortunate, but there's somebody going around sharing information about the Thais. There's certain ways of doing things, and that, hey, you can copy these, and won't that be great? Oh yeah, they'll love that. They'll love that. I'll give you an example, not what this guy's talking about, but just another example. There's been times when Fawn has wanted me to wear a very Thai style shirt. There's different kinds of attire that they'll go to. In my mind, there's kind of like three. There's like a modern Thai upper class guy kind of shirt. They've got like gold inlays in it, and I'm not how to describe it, but there's that, and then there's the real traditional Thai fabric in that you'll see the school teachers wearing. Men and women will wear these shirts. They often don't have buttonholes. They've got like loops where like an elongated button or like a toggle kind of thing goes through a loop instead of a button and stuff. And there's the really thin silk or synthetic silk, like the elephant print stuff and all that you see the tourists wear. So in my mind, there's kind of like three. There's probably way more than that, but there's like three, kind of styles that are like a very Thai style that, and Fawn will ask me to wear one of these from time to time. And if I'm with a group of my Thai friends and we're all wearing similar, which they like to dress as groups for certain events and things. Again, Thai is a collaborative culture where I come from, the U.S., which is an individualistic culture. Anyway, so if I'm wearing Thai attire like that, like cultural Watson to Tom Dang Dum type cultural attire, hey, that's great. And if I'm with my Thai friends and Fawn and such, no problem. If I'm with Fawn only, sometimes I'll get not a very appraising look of from some Thai men, particularly if they're a little higher status, close to my age. I'll get maybe a little bit of almost like a Thai dirty look, which is not the same thing as a mean face in Detroit. A mean face in Detroit is he wants to stab you. We're here. A Thai dirty look is really soft, but you got to recognize. You need to learn to recognize that. Anyways, and if I'm by myself, that doesn't play so well. So I don't say to dress like that, and I probably should say maybe consider not doing that. But somebody is running around saying things deeper than that, a greater transgression than that, and hey, you can do it because they found it out. So if they found it out, they're gonna. I cringe. I wish they would not do that, but I'm sure it's not intended to be mean, but or to hurt anyone. But if you end up finding out things, and you go, geez, I've watched a lot of Rob's videos. He never mentions it, but it's so obvious. Yeah, there's probably a reason. And to give a list of don't do's like that, I don't feel comfortable with that because then I'm talking about things I know they don't want me to talk about. So I'm kind of stuck. I'm out. This is on you. If you're gonna run into things, just be careful what you digest. Be careful who you believe. Be careful what you kind of absorb and follow. So there's that. Other than that, getting along here is really easy. The Thai culture is basically a mirror. The better you are, the better they'll be back to you in general. Again, with the caveat of their extremely high standard of politeness. And I'm not putting them on a pedestal or being an apologist or anything like that to the culture here that I live in. I'm just saying they have a very high standard of being polite. And it's a little bit like it can be. I've definitely seen it a lot. Definitely can be kind of like when you hear Americans working in Japan and they say one of the things they really don't like about it is if their coworkers or people around them absolutely despise them, they have no idea. And hey, I don't care what everybody thinks, and that's cool. And I kind of do that too. Believe me, there's a couple of people in my regular life that I know want whatever is the opposite of in my best interest. Yeah, that's what they want. And I'm nice to them. And the one's got a child who's in a somewhat disadvantaged position. And I'm nice to the kid. And I'm nice and polite to them. And they think they're smarter than me because they're doo-tooking me left, right, and center. And I'm still nice to them, But let me check. I don't care. That I don't care. Because they have no power over me. It's just them showing their jealousy. Everybody knows what they're doing is all based on jealousy. And no one thinks they're a good person. Other than them. They think they're a great person, I'm sure, but nobody else thinks they are. So I don't care about. But having everybody around me actually hate me, who would knowingly check that box? Nobody. I just saying to be careful. Okay, that's all. I mean, it is what it is. And then something else. Hang on. All right, I'm going to sit down. My little table out here in the front yard. I have a little temporary table. This is the same table I used to vlog from back in my old rental room I lived in for the first 3 years. Again, you don't care about your accommodations too much when you're in 24-hour agony. So I lived in a pretty cheap, but I rented a room from Fawn. Gee, how did we meet? I knew her before I went into the room, but it was a different relationship after I lived there for a while. I'll just say that. I was standing in there. It's kind of fun to do that, but I'm tired already. My back gets tired easy. So something else happened too. Maybe this will be kind of a weird vlog. These are separate subjects, but I feel like just getting them out of the... I don't know. Anyways, there's a lady that is from somewhere around here. She isn't living here at the moment. In fact, I think she's maybe moving or moved to a tourist area, and she's bragging around town. So it got back to me a couple of days ago that she has a falang. And it's kind of, I really disagree with the use of the term in that way. Calling somebody a falang is not an insult because it translates to foreigner, but it doesn't mean that. It means Westerner. You can verify that for yourself and talk to a language expert far beyond me, because I am not a language expert. I'm a retired engineer. I am not good at all this. This was hard for me to learn, by the way. But when you refer to someone as a falang versus that would be fan, or that would be Sami or something, but just to say falang is like, or to use falang in place of someone's name, it's a slight. I don't know if you want to call that an insult or not, but it's definitely. Eventually a woman did that to me for, I don't know, 8 months or something, as I recall. This is years ago, and eventually that's the story where I exploded at her at a big formal work dinner of 30 people at a big long table. I stood up so fast my chair went flying backwards, and I climbed halfway over the table and was pounding. I took, it's like a martial arts thing. You can take your fingers, the bones in your fingers, and put them together, and I'm like pecking at the table, and everything is shaking. I mean, way inappropriate on my end, but later I was privately commended because everybody was sick of that lady. I see her all the time, and she's sweet as pie. And I maintain my threat to her. I will confront her husband aggressively, and he will lose all face. And then we'll see what he wants to do with her. That's my... That sounds mean and awful, but that's... Sorry, now I'm getting my dander up. But that's what... she does this to everyone. And with the high politeness standard, they really don't do anything about it. And I'm like, yeah, I don't really have that problem. Me at it. Once in a while, I blend her in, I'll do something stupid. And most of the time, I regret it, but this one, no. Anyhow, so this lady that lives is from around here. She's bragging that she has a new falang. The interesting part for you is that she has a registered marriage to a Westerner here. I know the guy. I'm not friends with him, but I know him. I know who he is. I'll just bite my tongue. But she's married to a Westerner, registered marriage for a long time. So she's got a new cultural husband. And the two, I'm pretty sure the new guy doesn't know the old guy, and I know the old guy. I'm sure he doesn't know. Yeah, they don't know each other. They don't know each other. So, and I would say I'm sure he's just resting on his assurance that he's got a registered marriage. So what could be going on, But my point, why they start with this. I talked about this, I think, in the last video or two ago. But man, this is just wow, mind-blowingly more common than you would think. It was 1 or 2 videos ago I talked about. I knew 3 guys that were married. 3 women. I don't know the guys, but I know the women. They're married to foreign men. They have Western husbands, and then but they've got a real Thai husband. This woman, it's different. I just found out this is on top of, and in addition to that, she has 2 Western husbands. And each would be, I'm sure, I'm the one, I know. Well, the one knows because he's sleeping with her all the time. The other one knows because he's got the paper, So I don't know what they're doing together. I couldn't tell you. I don't care. I don't ask. But I don't know. Be careful. Jeez, be careful. I'm in such a nice spot here, and my friends and I, we're all in again, that's that whole 2 worlds of Thailand thing. We're in this world here, and it's nice here. Look, you get a garden, you get a house. I got my little driveway. Over there is my garage just off camera with my motorcycle and my car. That I don't care about the status of anything, but the bike I really like because that's sexy, and that's my dream machine, and I'm a Detroit guy, and it's my big muscle. It's a muscle car on 2 wheels, and I mean, that's something. And then I just got practical, reliable, home appliance level transportation when the weather isn't good. We get rain here, and then some days it's cold and some days it's hot. I want the air conditioning. Some days my back is tired and I don't want to ride my Harley Davidson. One reason I bought it's got a big, wide, comfortable, soft seat. I mean, what an old man thing to say, but it is what it is. But there's some days I just don't want to even do that, and I can still go to the gym, but riding the bike is exercise for me. It is. That thing's almost 800 pounds, probably. It might even be over that. And it's a handful. I'm only a $190. I mean, that thing outweighs me multiple times over, for crying out loud. I will say this will just be a hodgepodge video. How about we just do that? I will say yesterday was shoulder day, Monday, and I'm filming this Tuesday morning. And so it's trash day. I was just running around doing a little morning outside. It's so lovely out, so beautiful out. I mean, it's hot season, but as you can see, the morning's nice and cool. We've had a little cool wave come in. Love it. And lack of humidity, telling you. Think about it. It's the humidity. It's not the heat. It's the humidity that for me, it kills me. But yesterday was shoulder day, and I was like kind of trepidatious. I there you go. I ended up wimping out, and the bike's all good to go. The new handlebar mounts on it's way more comfortable for my back, and I had some extra road lights put on the front, so I got more LEDs in the front shining to make me more visible. Great, ready to I just washed it and wiped it down, detailed it, and I didn't take it because I just wasn't, wasn't feeling quite 100%. So I took my little Mitsubishi Expander Cross, which is a affordable small urban SUV-ish minivan, really, with doors is all it is, but whatever. But it's a bit of a nerdmobile, but I like it, and it's just comfortable. It's just an appliance. The seat fit me nice. If you're a really big guy, I think you wouldn't fit in it well. I'm a medium-sized guy, really, but it's got a real smooth ride, which again for my back, it's great. I mean, the ride's crazy smooth from what I'm used to, so it's nice. So I took the car to the city, which is a 20-minute. About a 20-minute drive, and that was fine. And then I got to the gym, took a pre-workout and a little protein because I didn't have any time to eat yet that day. So I had some protein and my pre-workout, which is basically a lot of salt, I think. And waited a little bit for that to kick in, did some stretching, changed into my gym clothes and all that, and I had a good. And I will say a little personal update. I pushed it a little carefully with the shoulders because my shoulders have been really bad. I blew out both shoulders weightlifting over the decades, and then with the inability to work out for almost the last 6 years because of the major surgeries I was doing on my spine, that didn't make them any stronger or more robust. It would plot twist. And so I've been having to get that all back. And this is now month 2 of being almost pain-free on my shoulders. And so like 6-7 years ago pushing, it's a whole other level. This is like just trying a slightly higher weight and being real careful and resting. And this is an old man pushing it. Don't think I'm going nuts. And it felt great. And here I am today. And I feel good. No pain. No, I've been careful to take I've got several, my doctor said I need to be taking ibuprofen and Tylenol more often, even though I don't need it for the back anymore. The rest of my body pains, like those will lock in on you. And when you're in your 70s and 80s, those will be all the pains you feel every day because your nervous system has been what we like to call in the medical community abused, because your spine was broken for so many decades. It's effed everything up is the technical term. And so I'm just taking pain meds a little more often, I'm doing the dosing as they tell me and all that. But it's kind of a lot for a normal person, but it's not. It's what they tell me is fine and good for me. I fought it because I hate medication. I hate drugs. I'm a terrible prospect for a drug dealer. I just don't like any of that crap. I like a little bit of bourbon, and once I get relaxed from sipping some bourbon, that's great. Once I get a little lightheaded, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So just FYI. But it was a great workout day. I went slow. I worked out for an hour. Took about 3 or 4 breaks of about 2-3 minutes each. And then my Apple Watch was like, "Is your workout done?" I'm like, "No, you idiot. I'm 62 years old. I'm taking a break." But I keep saying, "Is your workout done?" I'm like, that's a beautiful day here in the village. No regrets in this whole lifestyle thing. I go to the city, 3-4 days a week. It's every other day. One is every other day. But I really don't want to live there all the time because I like having my little spot of dirt here. We're going to have some trees and some more gardens and stuff. And I can walk through I like walking through the little garden back there. It's so nice, And then I got to try and put the camera down where it was. And in the back, we're going to have the big patio. And then, look, I've never shown you this. Look, here's my gate, okay? I can't see what you're seeing, but get the camera back to me. But you can see this is where the garden's going to be. This will be a tree orchard. This will be like mango and papaya trees. I mean, what a tropical thing, huh? But that kind of that kind of thing. And then in the back, my friend Johnny, the handsome guy with the white hair that pulls it off, that I mentioned from time to time. He married a real nice wife, by the way. And he found some beautiful pine trees, tall, like, I don't know, 20 feet tall maybe, 15 to 20 feet for sure, for 800 baht each, really cheap. He finds great deals on stuff. And I might buy a line of those and put those along the back. It's for my patio to be looking at this beautiful line of pine trees. Wouldn't that be nice where you're sitting there sipping a bourbon, smoking a bespoke cigar? So I had a meeting with my friend, the Thai man who's a brilliant welder and fabricator and artist, really. He did the sissy bar on my bike, the 70s. He made it more American 70s than what I designed. I'm like, dude, where'd you pull this out of your head? He's so good. But he's making a humidor for me. Humidor science has advanced greatly in the last 10 years, or at least my knowledge of it has. And my son and I went through the design parameters of a really nice Thai humidor. And then if that works, get that successful, then we'll blow that up and do the we'll do the big one for back home in the States, because we got a big humidor that we share, and we do our purchase. He does all the purchasing. He curates the humidor for both of us, which is a lot of fun for both of us. And he's smart. He's way smarter, and he's a really smart kid. And I've lost a step or 3. He's 29. He's at peak brilliance. He's super, super sharp. He remembers every single thing. He'll go, "Dad, 3 months ago there was a special," and Bob, and I think I can go in. I would not remember that. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we'll do the big humidor, like the 300 cigar humidor, back home with this guy. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? So just kind of a mishmash. Be careful what you would. I was offended and a little. I got a little angry, but it's not at anybody, because the guy, I'm sure he just doesn't understand what he's saying. But if you hear of like a cheat code or a hack or a trick that you can do here to make the Thais like you, there is no such thing, okay? They pay close attention to the culture. As an American, I can tell you, we tend to focus on what this war is way over here. What's the stock market going to do there? I've got friends that trade commodities or stocks, and they're thinking about all these things, and half my brain is like, well, which classic, muscle car engine was really better than the other? I think of all this dumb stuff because I'm retired now and I enjoy it. or on motorcycle parts is probably 17% of my thought process every day. Where the Thais, they pay attention. So if you think you're going to cheat and hack code and jump in front of line with them, man, think of how silly that sounds, okay? So I mean, for you, everybody that watches my videos, I want your life here to be better. It's not going to be better by trying some kind of shortcut. I think the viewers of my channel would mostly know better anyways, but just be very careful, okay? And if you're going to comment on this, comment vaguely. Don't say, hey, I know this or I know that. I don't want that crap out there. If I see your comment, I'll take it down. Not out of meanness, but I just don't want the information being circulated any more than it already is. It's very unhelpful. The Thais don't like it. I'll tell you, they don't like it, okay? And I've been called out before. Now, I had a reason why I was doing what I was doing, and that's fine. And the guy's like, oh, okay. But he also confronted a Thai friend I was with in Thai, and I knew what he was saying. So I was able to answer politely. If you're not anywhere at any of those levels, then you got no business doing any of that stuff, if that makes any sense. I mean, you wouldn't go, imagine a white guy going to some African celebration, putting on traditional African garb. You're going to look like an ass, and don't do that here, okay? And it's not just the clothing I mentioned, there's other things. So just be open-minded about this. Don't try to copy what they're doing unless you know you have a reason for doing it, okay? But I don't want to be preachy. It's not that. It's just I want the best for you guys, and that advice is not good advice in my opinion. And all my Thai friends say it's not good advice. Listen to them. And then for the other stuff, yeah, crazy story with that lady. She's running around, and that's what the scammers do. They dehumanize us. They don't look at you as a person. They look at you as a falang, which in their mind is ATM machine. That whole, I hate to buy into that whole stereotype of all this, the black-hearted ladies like that. And I'll tell you, that woman's older, but she's still pretty. She's still sexy, which is crazy to think, because Thais aren't big into exercise, but she has a very sexy, attractive, or alluring kind of appearance. Honestly, she does. And she's very good at managing men, apparently, because I personally know multiple people she slept with. I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at life. I'm not laughing at anybody. I'm just laughing at life, the irony of the whole mess. But she makes a mess. And that's my bottom thought on the scammers, the Lak Luang. I'll put it on the screen. They make a mess of everything. They don't profit themselves. They go through money like crazy. They go through money like a gambling addicted drug addict, which is often what they are. And they don't save or advance themselves. All they do is burn things, and they'll burn your village to the ground and go on to the next village. They're like one of those alien apocalypse movies. They're coming to Earth to suck up all our water and hydrogen or something. That's what they are. So don't let them into your life. Be selective. Marry a nice traditional village lady. Watch a couple of my videos and then find one of them. All of my friends have done that, and they're all happy. And they're aware of all the things I talk about on the channel, and they're always doing the shaking their head thing, like, oh my gosh, that poor guy, But what are you going to do? You can't raise an adult, and it's none of our business what someone else is doing. And last thing for the haters, yeah, I'm wearing this silly gold chain from the 70s. There's a reason why I have this on, and I'm not going to get into it, but also having a certain stockpile of gold, which is up a lot lately, is part of my long-term financial plan for fun. Eventually I'll collect enough. Every time gold drops, I buy a few more baht, and eventually I'm going to end up with quite a pile of it, and then when I kick the bucket, Fawn's got something. Along with other things I've planned for her future, for taking care of me. I plan to take care of her into her future. She'll retire successfully without any financial worries, as will my son. And my daughter's already rich. So, I'm going to leave her something because I have to, and I want to because I want her to have something from me, but let me think. Yeah, she's a 1%er on her own, so she doesn't really need my money. She goes, Dad, it's silly for you to give me money. You realize that, right? I'm like, yeah, I know. Anyway, so bye. Thank you. Love you guys. Appreciate you. Enjoy. My wish is for you to have this. Take care. Man, I got no time today, but it's a good thing. I've had a couple friends kind of bugging me to get together for lunch or coffee or something, and I told them, hey, look, that's great, and I'm down, but I'm busy, and that's the goal, so I don't feel bad about it, 2 minutes to make it to class with Kusani, I'll just make it. I hate coming at the last second like that, though. I like to come early and be respectful, but is what it is. Come on, everybody, get going. But it's nice to have a purpose, too. Part of my busyness is because I have a Thai wife that would be fun, and she has 2 boys and parents and an aunt and all that. And I don't mind being useful. Rather than having some long line of stunningly gorgeous women waiting to satisfy me in various ways. Obviously, we're talking about baked goods. And as I stand in the front row of a private Metallica concert where James Hetfield pauses every so often to say, "Rob, you're cool," and and the weekends I'm doing even more than that, but that'd be great. But in reality, I just a nice, quiet, useful life works for me. Just see at the gate back there, they just waved me through. It's kind of sad that the 2 Thai people in front of me, the Kon Thai, and we're in Thailand, they got stopped, but they're not obviously Mai Dai Ma Brajam. They do not come regularly, whereas I do. Oh, I see one of the other students parking his car, so he might have come a tad late too. All right, not so bad. All right, gotta go to class. And here's a really cute picture of Fawn at a recent lunch at Daya's Eatery in Karat. This is just funny. It was a foreign guy riding this little utility bike down the road. Just made me laugh. Where the heck was I? But it was a Fawn and her boys, and we had a good time that day. Oh, a wedding. So how could I not think of that? Really nice wedding. One of Fawn's uncles that I really like. And there's me and Kun Pa, just 2 pals hanging out, just having a good time. And this is an old picture of Fawn way back when we were dating. Just a really nice picture. And same, this is an early photo of us too. This is Rob. Video's over. I'm closing my gate. But if you've been liking or subscribing, or and praise God if you've been a member of the channel, I really appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that watches. You have a great day.